awaiting the 5 red lights. And away we go for the lights of blue bombing again.
No.
There we go. Now we go for round 3 here around Vietnam for the CFR. Creator J retaining the lead so far, taking his normal racing line, and is that Luke GDI trying to drive it up the inside. He's made contact and he has gone down the grid. He's P5 at the moment as he's pushing Mr. Piggy out off the circuit. Mr. Piggy and Alpaca Whacker coming to blows together. As you can see, the predicted pit stop strategy there. I don't know why they don't tell us that during the formation lap when the action is at its most. Looking to make a move, trying to defend a move, sorry, from Alpaca Whacker and Formula Chris. Ooh. And Alpaca Whacker's in the wall. He's lost a bit of his front wing there, it looks like to me. As he looks to send it down the inside of Mr. Mouse. No, just retains it and he bumps Formula Chris on the way out. Formula Chris having a terrible start, a shocker of a start in fact, as he's down in P7. What has happened there? I don't know if that was a bit of desync error on my end as he
goes around the outside.
Great move pulled off by him as they fly through the S's now. The dirty air at its worst for the drivers tucking behind. Yellow flags in sector 3. That's both racing points in P13 and P14. If they come to blows together, who knows?
And the Alpaca Whacker goes into the pits.
Yeah,
to repair his damage, of course.
Yes, 100%.
Creator J looking to challenge him into the hairpin, maybe.
There's no DRS yet until lap 3 finishes, of course, but a move could be made here if Downey is feeling brave enough, and he does not. He's right up in the rear diffuser of Creator J, though, as they come through into sector 3.
Ooh, and Moose overshot the hairpin.
Yes, he has lost a fair bit of time to form the Chris. Yellow flags in sector 2. That's Moose, who's at. Yes, you're right. He has overshot it. No damage. Oh, Luke, was that Downey? Yes, Downey having a massive moment on the exit there, and that has pushed Luke up into P2 as the 2 Red Bulls battling it out down the back straight in towards turn 11 now. Will Downey look to make a move?
I don't think so. They are together in a voice call, and I think they want to score good points today.
Yes, the DRS, not a long run when you do have the DRS down into the corner, but he gets the job done easily before the braking zone. So Aerofan taking P8, Hakawaka, sorry. Can he get the job done into turn 6? Does have the inside line, pushes him out. Very nice. Oh, they've made contact. They've made contact. Moose and Alpaca Whacker coming to blows there. Moose taking back the position. No damage, I think, sustained for both cars yet. Yet to be confirmed as they fly side by side down the back straight. Who will have DRS? Oh no!
Oh!
Just
he pushes him into the wall.
Just misjudging how much room he had there on the inside for Alpaca Whacker, and he goes careening into the wall. And Moose there slowing down massively. I think he has a puncture. Is that? No puncture. Just lost his front wing, the left side, the end plate, and all the little winglets. And so his downforce is going to be severely compromised through sector 3, the place where it's most needed. Oh, that's terrible news for Moose. He definitely a bit of lack of downforce for Downey as well, and that has brought him into the clutches of Formula Chris. Formula Chris will have DRS here into turn 11. Can he catch up? Does he try and dive outside?
Close. He tried the inside, but Downey already closed it.
Yes, I think. Just look at how close Formula Chris is, and Downey is actually coming into the pits now, hopping off those 5-lap old softs. 6 laps old. Probably not the best through the mid corner there, through turn 7 and 8. And Luke will have DRS, but I don't think he will even need it. He's so close coming up to Formula Chris, and he will definitely get this overtake done before the braking zone. Yeah, easy done. Retaking P2 for him, and that has only backed by DRS here as they cross the line. Only 1/10 in it now. Up to the inside now. Braking late, pushing Luke to the outside. Can he get the job done? Definitely does. Will the exit prove to be worse? No. So Formula Chris taking P2.
I have a safety car.
So safety car's been deployed, and that's gonna render Hunter's
This will screw up the Red Bull strategy.
Yeah, 11-second lead is down to 0, and Luke GDI looked to be making a move on Formula Chris right before the yellow flags are brought out, so he's had to back off. And yeah, Moose just retiring the car. I will have to see. We will pass Moose's Ferrari now. On board with, yeah, look, he's just binned it straight to the wall, I think, but I think it was an incident with retract as well. On. What has happened? As you see, a lot of the top...
I have no idea.
A lot of the top runners now coming into the pits, of course, wanting to utilise that free pit stop. Hunter putting on a new set of mediums. Formula Chris probably looking to do the same, I'm assuming. Only 4-lap-old tyres for all of these guys, but wanting to utilise that free pit stop, as they will probably... they will only lose a couple of positions in terms of track position, but not losing any time,
And Downey is getting held up.
Oh, no. That's terrible for him. Will he get out? Yeah. Oh, no, they've ghosted into each other. And so Mr. P actually losing a bit of time there, having to slow down in the pit lane.
Ooh, Mr. Mouse.
5-second penalty for just briefly tapping the car in front of you, unfortunately. So as Mr. Hunter takes off now, we only have 12 laps left here around Vietnam. Is that Luke looking to make a move on Formula Chris? Formula Chris. Oh, we've had a massive incident in the back of the field. Watch that. Oh my God, I just saw about 3 cars pile up. That's Aerofan, Ghost Zero, and Retract all involved in that. So Ghost Zero retiring the car, slamming into the pit wall. Retract, a lot of front wing damage on his vehicle. Aerofan looks to be getting out of that unscathed, but he might have been the cause of that entire incident, as well as Alpaca Whacker. What has happened there? Massive moment. We'll have to check back in with them as we come back to the front.
Oh, and Luke is looking to overtake Chris.
Yellow.
Battling all race long.
Yes, they're still battling.
Go around the outside. He does it.
So Luke into P3. Wonderful move over Formula Chris there. Around the outside of turn 11, just squeezing him into the apex of the corner and slowing him right down.
Hunter's already driving into the distance.
Yeah, Hunter, in other news, almost 2.5 seconds up the road from Mr. Mouse, like we predicted, unfortunately. So I just think he's on his A game here tonight. Yellow flags in sector 3. That's Aerofan retiring the car. What has happened there? Is it an incident or he's just had enough? I don't know. It looks like he's pulled off to the side of the road on the map, but
crashed by himself.
Yeah. So, and Mr. Mouse, yep, Mr. Mouse has pitted and retired that AlphaTauri after that incident, not thinking it's worth it. He would have been on course for at least a point, and even another safety car came out, probably even more, so that is unfortunate to see Mr. Mouse there retire after that incident out of turn 9. Yeah, really sad to see, especially for someone so high up in the championship fight. So that does leave Luke GDI, Formula Chris, Creator J and Downey, those 4 competing in a battle for P2, while Hunter streams up ahead in P1, 5 seconds up the road. As Alpaca Whacker now on the tail of It's That J. Will he look to make a move down the inside? It looks like he is, and he's already got the overtake done before the braking zone. I'm hyping up something that is very anticlimactic there. Yeah, already got the job done on the soft tyres. Time for Formula Chris to make a move on Luke GDI. He is very close, but Downey's even closer as well. Will he look to dive it down the outside? He might here. He's very late on the brakes. He's up ahead, but Luke will cover him off on the inside. Downey getting in on the action now.
And Downey.
Downey.
Very close. Wheel banging a bit.
Taking advantage. Oh, they're slamming into each other. Side by side into Sector 3 now. Here we go. This is going to get dangerous. I think, yeah. So Formula Chris just heeding the position to Downey. Not wanting to compromise his line here through the S's. And slam himself into the wall like we've seen a few of the other drivers have during qualifying and the race.
Downey, no. He picks up a time penalty.
Downey with a 3-second time penalty of his own. So that move has been made for naught almost. And that will put him provisional 6th spot, even though he's just made that overtake. I think that's only because of the track limits in terms of the walls. They haven't been able to really cut corners here because there's a massive concrete barrier to stop them from doing it. And Creator J and Formula Chris have come together. Just Creator J trying to stick it down the inside of turn 6, where he put his nose where it didn't belong. Formula Chris.
Both Red Bull side to side.
Formula Chris didn't see
So
it.
much action going on.
There's no, we don't have enough eyes to look at all the action that's happening on track at the moment. But Creative J, I think, copping damage from Formula Chris there. A bit too eager on the overtake opportunity. Formula Chris closing the door shut in Creative J's face, and that has backfired massively for Creative J, who remains in P5.
Luckily, Jay has.
Sector 3, that is Alpaca Wacker,
Yeah,
I think.
Alpaca Wacker overtook Mr. Piggy, but it was a bit unfair, so we let him back fast.
Yeah, I think a bit of a moment between them.
Very sportsmanship from Alpaca Wacker.
8 and 9. So Formula Chris tucking into the slipstream, of course. We'll have DRS as we come up to the activation point. There it is. And as you can see, Luke's harvesting a bit of ARS as well. That flash ducked to the outside, and he will have the job done, I think, even before the braking zone. Yes. So Formula Chris puts himself into P3, the final step of the podium, with 5 laps remaining in this Vietnam Grand Prix. I've been talking non-stop for the past 3 or 4 laps. It's just been hectic. Absolutely hectic. Right, even without DRS here, and yeah. That is P7 for It's Dat J. Getting the overtake done before the braking zone even. And Vinny, 32F1, he's actually been into the wall as well. He's done. He's lost the entirety of his front wing. Oh my god. Just going down the back straight. So I believe he will try and get back to the pits, of course, but that is not going to help him at all. So he's got no front downforce, no rear traction. That's pretty much a boat out there as it stands right now. Hunter has begun the final lap of the race. 4 rounds, the final couple of corners here. He does take the victory here in Vietnam.
He takes the triple. He takes the triple with the pole position and the fastest lap as well.
Amazing. Downey
will drop back on penalties.
Of course, not serving a drive-through either. So Luke could claim P3. No, he doesn't. So Formula Chris snagging P2 from Downey due to those penalties. Downey P3 rounding out the podium positions. Luke barely losing out on the podium by 0.08 of a second. Just if he was a little bit quicker there, he could have snagged that podium. Creator J, P5 for him. Very disappointing run for him considering he did start P2. Mr.
Shit.
Hunter, mate, how are you?
Sorry.
You're all good?
Oh yeah, so happy.
Yeah, great. Well-managed race from you. You looked untouchable there from the start of turn 1 in lap 1. What was the strategy heading into today's race?
Yeah, I gave the pole position, so yeah, I was very happy about that. And because before the race I did a test race and I have so many overreaching on the front, so I was on the 2-stop strategy. I don't know if I will do a soft medium or soft medium soft, but yeah, with the safety car I put the soft for the medium for the end, and yeah, the pace was very nice.
Yeah, you did eke out that. It was almost I think it was 2-second gap in only a matter of a handful of laps after the safety car restart. That safety car definitely did throw a spanner in the works in terms of race strategy for you, but you took it on the chin and you took off from the rest of the pack.
Yeah. I knew that Mr. Marks has got a bit old tires, so it was a bit easier to create a gap. So yeah, it was
yeah,
nice.
For sure. Your teammate Creator J, a bit of a disappointing race for him. Started P2, ended up finishing P5 after a few small incidents. That has sort of put a dent in the armour for Mercedes in terms of constructors. Are you hoping he can bounce back from that disappointing performance after today?
Yeah, I saw him on the start. I think he touched me on the back, but I don't know. Maybe he braked too late. But I'm so sorry for him. I know he lost a bit of his wing, so it was yeah, he pitted on lap 2 or 3, I think, and it was very complicated for him. But yeah, I know he had a very good pace. He was insane in Australia. He was not here in Bahrain, but I know he would do something. So no, we're ready for the rest of the championship.
Sounds good. Well, congratulations. You are the current championship leader after that race victory. A very well managed race from you today, and look forward to seeing more from you in the future.
Yeah, I hope to continue like that and keep going to the title.
Thank you very much, mate. Have a good one.
Thank you. Goodbye.
So that was your race victor, Hunter, there in the Mercedes. We will grab his teammate, Creator J, now for a quick few words from him after his disappointing outing there on the Hanoi Street Circuit. Creator J, how are you, mate?
Hello.
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 A bit of a
Hello.
lackluster race from you after starting P2 and P5. Can you tell us sort of what happened out there?
Well, I didn't race for 1 week. Don't do that. You really lose everything, every pace, every little bit, every little thing.
Yeah, that
It's
is.
really annoying.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you did miss out on Bahrain, of course, and that was a host of points lost in terms of what you could have
Yep.
grabbed in Bahrain, and coming back after that break, obviously, yeah, your skills not up to where you expect them to be after the race victory in Australia. Should we expect a bounce back from you next week?
I don't think next week. China's really hard track for me. Maybe in the next race after. I don't know which one.
Zandvoort.
Oh yeah, in the Netherlands.
Okay.
Well, the Netherlands I'm not really that great, but fast enough, I think. So yeah, well, yeah.
And one final question. Towards the end of the race, you had, I think it was that incident with Formula Chris, I believe it was, in turn 6, just before the roundabout there. You sort of tried to dive it down the inside. Was there a gap there that just closed up right before, or what were you seeing there?
No, actually my brake pedal kind of failed.
Oh, okay. That would definitely
Yeah.
explain it. Yeah. So you were lucky to come away from that with no serious damage
No
there.
damage.
It did look like
Yeah.
a bit of a shunt. Formula Chris just shutting the door on you there. But yeah, if there's a brake pedal failure, that would definitely explain why the dive occurred for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for
Also,
joining. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
in the beginning, I was really unfortunate to hit my teammate in the back because I was really thinking of going down the inside, but then I thought he's quicker than me. I know that, but then I decided to go behind him, but I forgot that I needed to brake a lot earlier than normal,
Yeah.
so I kind of braked into him, and then I sort of lost my front wing. That really,
Yeah, you did
that really
have to.
sucked.
Yeah, you did have to pit to replace that early on, which did put
Yeah.
another spanner in the works in terms of your race. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Was a very decent drive to come back from there up to P5 though. But hopefully you can bounce back even further into China and Zandvoort the week after. Thank you for joining us, Creator J. Have a good one.
Hello. How are you? So what do you
What
want to know
happened at
from
the
me?
start? You lost a lot of positions
Yeah,
into
I was
like turn
having,
6 in the
I
roundabout.
was struggling a lot with screen freezes during the race. I had like 4 or 5
Ah,
screen freezes that cost me a second and a half or something like that. So that was a big
mhm.
problem.
And you had a bit of a fight with Luke all race long, right?
Yeah, Luke pulled really nice move on me around the outside on the hairpin. So
Yeah, we saw that on
congrats to him.
stream, and
Yeah, that
I
was
think
pretty nice.
Downey also overtook you because of that, or was that another
Nah,
thing?
that was another time when I tried to go and look around the outside, so Downey took the inside and took me out.
Yeah, it was a great battle between you and the Red Bulls.
Yeah, pretty
Are you
much.
happy with your P2 finish as it stands?
Yeah, man, when I saw Hunter doing 33.3 on the bunker lap, I thought, okay, there's no chance to beat him on the race. So,
Yeah,
yeah, the
Hunter was
P2,
too dominant today to
yeah, so
challenge.
P2 was pretty much maximum I can get into the race. So, yeah, really happy.
You will lose the championship lead, if I'm right, to Hunter, only with 1 point. How do you think you can bounce back next week?
To be honest, I would like to say yes, but not really, because Hunter is really fast driver and I think he's faster than me. So not really. But the P2 is really. I didn't think that I can go such high in the standings this season comparing to the last one. So yeah, P2 is really good for me.
So you're just happy with finishing in the top 3 every race, I think.
Yeah,
far?
yeah. So far,
And
I
you'll
was.
be looking to do that in China as well.
I don't really like this track. I feel very unconfident on the throttle. So I will try to, but I can.
You'll be
I can't
happy
say I
if
will.
you won't spin.
Yeah. The-
And what happened with Jay in the last few laps? I think he went to the inside of you and you made some contact.
If you mean this chicane at the beginning on the
Yes,
second
yes,
sector,
before the roundabout.
I didn't really expect this move because he was 1.5 car lengths behind me. So I was already turning in right, and I saw the red, I don't know how to say it. I forgot the word.
Indicator.
Yeah, I saw the red indicator, so I couldn't really avoid it. I wasn't expecting this move.
Yeah, we did receive
Yeah,
word from Creator J the brake pedal actually failed during that corner.
Okay.
Yeah, so that does explain. Yeah, it was a bit out of the blue for us as well. We were definitely not expecting a move there, and then you shut the door, of course, because you weren't expecting it, and yeah, contact ensued, of course.
Yeah.
I think we'll see you next week again, and thank you for this interview.
Yeah. Thank you also.
Thank you, Chris.
Have a good one.
You too, mate. Oh, awesome. So we have It's Dat J. If you want to offer him some questions, and I will finish up with Sky Ultra.
I don't really know much about his race.
Yeah, that's why I'm offering it to you. He was sort of hovering around P7, P8 the majority of the race. He didn't really have any sort of
He was
battles.
just following his teammate, I think.
Yeah, they just ran a good race over at Williams. I'm not too
Yeah,
sure
this
what
will
we
be
can really
awkward.
ask him.
I have no idea what to ask him. But we'll see.
Alright, we'll bring him in here. It's that Jay. How are you, mate?
Hey.
Yeah, not too bad, guys. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good,
I was
thank
doing
you.
great. It was an awesome race.
Yeah,
And I think your race was a bit lonely. You were just driving your own laps and doing your thing.
Yeah,
And
it was.
following your teammates a bit.
Yeah, I had a couple of spins in the first two races, so I was trying to just sort of, keep it clean, and the pace wasn't really there, but I was, glad to sort of just bring it home in seventh was good. And
Yeah,
to have a
great.
teammate back as well.
yeah, nice haul of points for you and your teammate there at Williams after the first two races. Have you been disappointed with your performance so far during the season, or you think you are around about where you expect to be, or do you sort of want to push a bit further up the championship standings?
I'd say I'm disappointed in consistency in the race. I've been pretty happy with qualifying and general pace, but just race consistency has not been there. And in today's race, the pace just wasn't there either. But it's a new track for me, so.
Yeah, I would assume so for a lot of the drivers being a new track and all. Hunter was almost unbeatable today anyway, so not many.
He was ridiculous.
Yeah, not many drivers could hold anything to him here in Vietnam. What is your looking forward to next week? What's your pace like around China? Are we hoping for a better result there, or is it one of your bogey tracks?
Yeah, definitely hoping for a better result, I reckon. Probably aiming for around P5, I guess.
P5, yeah.
It's one of my sort of favourite tracks, so yeah, I don't want to, I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it should be good.
It's great to hear because a lot of people don't really like China or are not really confident there. But,
Yeah, someone
think...
just said that in the other room, and I was like, really? I really enjoy that track. So
Yeah, everyone we spoke to prior to you said, yeah, China, I'm probably not going to be performing my best at one of my worst tracks on the calendar. Yeah, so
hopefully that bodes well.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on you then. If you say it's one of your favourites, you should be in for a good finishing position. Thanks for joining us, mate. Good job out there today, and see you next week.
Keep up the good commentary,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks, mate. See ya.
Yeah.
Cheers. Bye.